AITAH for vetoing my wife's car purchase in the dealership and walking her out of there without looking at the car she picked out. So my 29M wife, 27F, is a Sahim mom by her choice until the kids are old enough to go to school. Her older Honda SUV recently bit the dust when it needed some major repairs that totaled more than the value of her car. This was right at the beginning of the work week for me, so I unfortunately didn't have the time to sit with her and look at cars immediately. I told her she can do some research first, or she can hold off until my day's off, and we could do some research together. I gave her a maximum budget of $20,000, but it was flexible if she found something she really liked. In the meantime, I lent her my car, Mustang Mach-E, and took public transit/Uber to work during the week. On one of my half days, I get a call from my wife saying that I need to come to a dealership after work and look at a new car she wants. I get a sinking feeling knowing she went to a dealership without me knowing how predatory they can be. So I ask her for the address. It's a Lexus dealer. I ask her who recommended it, and she said that one of her friends has a boyfriend who works there and that they would work out a nice deal for her. That friend happens to drive a Lexus and managed to get my wife in love with her car. I get off work and drove over to the dealership. On the phone with my wife, I locate her in this car sales professional. I ask if she's seen and driven the car. She says yes, she likes it. I ask the salesman, how much is it, out the door? He says, well, your wife and I were discussing some options. How much do you have down? I said, honey, we're not buying a car today. Let's go. She asks why. I say because he can't give us a straight answer about how much the car costs. He says, hold on, and prints out the sheet. The used 2020 Lexus GX 460 she was looking at was an eye-watering $56,000 after taxes, fees, and add-ons. I said, no, honey, that's not what we agreed on. She asked if I could at least look at the car before I left, but I said no. The salesman tried to butter me up and sell me on the car and say they could work on the price, but I just took the keys from my wife and left. Eventually, I was able to sit her down and show her some much more affordable options that wouldn't require us financing the car and going back into debt. She ended up purchasing a nice used Honda Pilot Touring that she ended up liking. That car, all told purchase price, and then some overdue maintenance items came out to about $21,000. This incident in the grand scheme of marriage was a blip, but she did say I seemed cold and unreceptive to what she wanted at the dealership. But I defended myself by saying that the sales strategy in a dealership sometimes is to make one spouse love the car and make that spouse feel like the salesperson is on their side so that they might purchase a car from them, even if it's not a good decision for the couple. Am I the asshole for how I handled the dealership situation? Her friend is also a little upset I treated her boyfriend rudely at the dealership, but from my perspective, that wasn't my wife's friend's partner. That was a car salesman trying to put us in $800 a month worth of debt for the next 5 years.